Notts County Talk, we're joined again by Les Brad, Notts All Town leading goal scorer. Les, thanks for joining us. Now, last time we spoke to you was after Grimsby, freezing cold. It didn't look great for Notts, but it feels brilliant now, doesn't it, at Meadow Lane?
I didn't think it could get any worse than after Grimsby, but it did get worse. It got to a stage where I personally felt that there wasn't going to be a Notts County. Fortunately, and it happened very late, we were taken over with two new owners, the Reitz brothers, and touch wood, everything is absolutely going magnificently. There's a rebuilding process in operation. I think we've probably dropped as far as we could. The manager had such a difficult task building up to the season. His A list of players had all disappeared and gone to other clubs because they didn't think there was going to be a Notts County, and 7 players came in 2 days before the first match. How do you put a team together in that sort of situation? But he did. More players followed the following week, and we had the month of August where we're playing 2 matches a week, so it becomes very difficult to work with that group. But he did tell me, and it's almost working exactly to his plan. He said if we can stay somewhere near the halfway position after August, I'll be absolutely over the moon. We'll reassess and look forward to move on in September, and then we'll take October and keep looking how we rebuild. And it has been wonderful, and I think at the last game against Torquay, with a few minutes left, I looked around and all I could see was happy smiling faces, because I think everybody felt that we've got a team out there that was putting bodies online, that they were throwing the bodies in front of every shot on the line to stop efforts going in, and at the other end we look capable of scoring goals, which I don't think that we've seen over the last 18 months or so.
Absolutely, yeah. You look at the team last year when we were just low on confidence. It looks like there was divides in the dressing room, and you look at now, there's such a togetherness in the squad, isn't there? And that's something that you've talked about yourself. Compared to last season, how different is it in the dressing room?
Well, I'm not privy to that information. Obviously, I speak to the players. Last week's match, Richard Brindley got man of the match, and I asked him that question. I said, it looks very passionate on the pitch, which we haven't seen for a while. Players recognise any achievement, and there's lots of high fives and cuddling one another, and it's something that we haven't seen for quite a while. He says the dressing room spirit is absolutely fantastic. I can tell you that group of players want to win every game, so that is wonderful. We haven't seen that, as you say, for certainly last season. That wasn't the case. We might score a goal and the goal scorer not get congratulated. But the manager has said that there are players that are in the squad that aren't doing what he wants them to do, and you know, they're given opportunities and how to train properly and everything else, and I think those that are going with his philosophy, that's what we're seeing out on the pitch. Those possibly that are not, they're not in the squads anymore.
Yeah, it's great. That's so good to hear as a Notts fan that it's all, after what we've seen in the past year or so, that it's all coming together. Obviously an FA Cup win today, 2-1 against Belper. Potential banana skin with them bringing in 1,500 fans, coming here with nothing to lose, but how good would an FA Cup run be for Notts this season alongside the league?
Well, it's not just the FA Cup run, it is the not losing games. Each game that you play, whether it's a draw or a win, there's smiles on players' faces in that dressing room afterwards, because you go on to the next match knowing that you're undefeated, confidence grows, you get a little bit more confidence. But I must say, today's match, I was surprised at the quality of Belper. I did think that we would win quite easily, but they put up stubborn resistance. I thought maybe we could have passed it around maybe a little bit quicker, got a few more balls in the box, but we had a few chances. We hit the bar a time or two, and it wasn't to be 5 goals today, but credit to Notts, they kept at it, and you can't get any more than a win in the cup, can you? It doesn't count for any more, and we're in the hat. Let's hope there's a good draw again for us on Monday.
would be
Is
great.
there any team you'd like to see us play against in particular?
Not really. I mean, obviously it'd be nice to see clubs that I've been associated with in the past, Wigan and Stockport. We've already had Stockport down here. I'd like to see them again, come back again, because I think we've moved on a bit since then, and they've not been playing quite so well. But no, it's all about Notts County to me. Let's get a draw and let's get it amongst them.
Something that we obviously sit together in the stand, we see a lot of the game. We've been incredibly impressed with the strikers Notts have got, and obviously as a striker yourself, the four we've got, Tyson, Dennis, Thomas and Wootton, it's, for this league, it's great firepower, isn't it?
I'm looking at Carl Wootton and great similarities with Jimmy Spencer. Ball's knocked up. He's not one to head it on, flick it on, although he does occasionally, but he wants to hold it up, and he gets hold of it and he tries to bring other players in. And then around him we've got the pace of Thomas, of Dennis, and you know, it is great. The only thing is that if we lose Carl Wootton, we haven't got a replacement for him. We have in the other positions, haven't we? But and also you know, his loan period comes, I don't know whether there's negotiations available at Christmas, or is it January his loan period runs out. If he keeps bagging goals, somebody will be looking for him, taking a chance in the league, won't they? If but he's one man of the match today. I've just done an interview with him, and he's over the moon with playing for Notts County, and you know, gates of 5,500, nearly 6,000 for a match like this today is unbelievable, and you know, we find that probably difficult to find at another club.
Yeah, absolutely. With recent performances, obviously it seemed to improve as we've gone on through the season, doesn't it? If it keeps going like it does, where do you think we'll end up at the end of the season?
Don't want to talk about promotion because the manager doesn't talk that way. As I say, he talks each month, but I think there's a confidence around the club now that we can certainly get up there into the playoff places, stay up there, and hopefully challenge for, or you know, automatic promotion. Still a long way to go, but you know, the Football League is very much like a horse race, and it doesn't really kick in till the final bend and the home straight's there. That's how I always looked at football. You get into January, February, and that's the final sprint, and it's the clubs that are fighting there that will generally get promoted.
Brilliant, Les. Really appreciate your time. Thank you very much.
Thank you too.
Cheers.
Thanks a lot. Thank you.